Guus's Adventure is live in the game, and there really is only one thing that you have to decide for yourself, and I bet you've already chose wrong.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero War Central, and if this is your first time joining me, I do educational, entertaining videos about Hero War's Dominion era, and in this video, I want to talk to you about the decision between two event rewards that you have to chase. And if that sounds like something you might be interested in, consider subscribing, yeah? Anyway, we have the Guus Festival, which is a collection of 7 fights, all right? And in order to get to the 7th fights and the ultimate reward for this activity, the totem of your choice, 50,000 of one currency and 10 of another. There's a lot of currencies in this event, but I'm going to show you it's not actually that overwhelming. You will need 250 of the boss fight buff. You get that in the Altar of Fates, and you go down here to upgrade, and the Amulet of Battle. This has to get up to level 250. All right, now you can see plus 20 is 10, right? It's just like that. Plus 20 is 10, and it's 10. It's a weird scaling on its way up. But you also get a purchase bonus of the Valor coin. So you need the energy to upgrade the artifacts, or to convert the energy to coins, which you can then use the Valor coins. Whoops, I went out too far. Which you can then use the Valor coins in the Altar of Fate to spin this wheel and get a chance at a reward. Now, there's 2 prizes out of here. We're talking about this in a second, but this is the other big reward that you can chase in this Guus event. Actual Guus soulstones. All right, so just to take one step back real quick, you can get a totem fragment very inexpensively, probably around $30, which we'll talk about that in another video or something, but it will require you to spend money to get that totem fragment. You cannot, you simply, as a free-to-play player, it is going to be impossible for you to get 250 buffs as a free-to-play player. You might be able to get to the 200 buff mark and get the red Gift of Dominion, the 50,000, and the 10. You might be able to get here as a free-to-play or a budget player if you log in every day and you're doing the free stuff every day and you're collecting the free stuff every day. But as a free-to-play budget player, you probably will not have enough to get here. So if you want this, you're probably going to have to spend around $30 to $35. That's what it was in the Lyria event. It was like $35 on the nose for the Lyria event. I don't know if it's exactly the same as the Lyria event, but that is very likely how it's going to be here. But it's the wrong choice. It's absolutely the wrong choice, which actually makes things a lot better. If you go back over here to the Altar of Fate, the Guus Soulstones are available here 4 at a time. If you roll the Altar of Fate, so this costs, what, 2,700 at base. If you roll the Altar of Fate, then you get either a main prize, right, which is the Sapphire Medallion, which you can use in the shop, which is a good shop. We'll talk about that in a second. Or you get one of the gifts and soulstones. All right, so you get I got 3 absolute artifact chests and 4 soulstones. So if you get the top prize, you don't get anything else. If you get the bottom prize, you get the soulstones and 1 of 5 of these gifts: skin stones, chaos cores, runes, artifact chests, which is what I got and what I want, and the artifact coins. So you can get the totem fragment, or you can get an absolute star Guus. All right, that is the kind of the main 2 strategies for this event. And going for Guus is actually the correct strategy, unless you just don't want Guus at all. If you don't care about Guus, you don't like Guus, which is some people, some people don't want to level up another healer, especially a weird location healer like this one. This guy's going to be, he's going to be useful for sure. But, you can use the Altar of Fate to buy more items out of the shop, which is kind of the secondary thing. If you don't care about Guus, you can still buy items from this shop, go crazy with the shop, get the orange artifact chests, get glyphs, which is probably what I'm going to be getting mostly out of here is going to be the runes, chaos particles, large XP, all of that. The reason why I say going for the totem is incorrect. First of all, most of you will not be able to get this. Unless you spend $30 to $40, you won't be able to get this. Well, we had this post last week from the community managers during the Guus live stream. Moving forward, we plan to make it a bit easier to get totems more frequently in different events. Also, there will be some events with catalyst rewards, so you'll be able to get them. So if you read between the lines here, A big problem that a lot of people have with the fusion event, the fusion activity that's coming on July 30th, the totem fusion with, converting totem fragments to catalysts, converting gifted dominion to catalysts, all of that, is the deflation in value of totems. Somebody like me that's been playing for 6 years and has spent towards totems now has an opportunity to get them for less, for cheaper, or more frequently. Think about if you bought a car for $50,000. You bought a car for $50,000, and then 6 months later, that same car is the brand new version of that car, right? Is a third cheaper or something like that. I know that that's kind of a poor example because cars devalue tremendously, but that's an explanation for the other side of why it actually doesn't matter. So to me, the value of totems are going down. Okay, I think that the value of totems are going to be going down and continue to go down over time, over the next year to 2 years, to the point that we're going to be getting them for, I don't even know. It's going to be so easy. I think relative to what we have now, I think it's going to be so easy to get totem fragments that we're going to talk about spending 35 or spending 45, not Mysterious Island, spending $45 for a Nature Season Golden ticket. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to be like, wow, I can't believe we spent that much money for this. I could be wrong, but it is definitely possible that the value of totems, the cost of totems is going to continue to go down. So me personally, having a totem of my choice is something worth chasing. I don't mind spending $30 to $40 to do this. And while we're on the discussion of that, let's go take a look at the Adventure Showcase over here on the right. The Adventure Showcase, you get free rewards every day for logging in. The free daily reward and the daily charge, the two here that are free. Okay, you can get for For $9, you can get a bunch of the energy crystal, which you use to level up the buffs or the relics or whatever. And then in the event ticket, which has a skin in it as well. Let's go take a look at that. The battle pass. Activate the gold ticket. So this $30 plus that $9 1 day of the bonus charge or the heavy charge or whatever it was called. $30 plus $9 should be enough energy. Yeah, you got energy here, boom. You got energy 50 here, you got 50 here, 10 there. There's 50 there, so 50, 50, 50. What is that? Yeah, that's 150 plus, what you're going to get for free here, what you're going to get for free there, the daily login, all of that. $30 plus $9 for 1 day of heavy charge, whatever. Again, let's make sure that we're calling the right thing. Yeah, heavy charge 3. 1 day of buying heavy charge 3 plus the golden ticket should be enough to get you all the way to 250 buffs. It should be. I don't know. We should probably test that out. Somebody should probably do the math on that and put it in the comment section down below. That would be great. Now, as far as which relics to upgrade, we're going to have to do a whole video on this, but basically speaking, the Tomb of Greed is going to be worth putting 1 or 2 into because every time you upgrade the Amulet of Battle, you're going to get more purchase bonus out of it. The Tomb of Greed is going to be worth upgrading if you are just going for Altar of Fate stuff because the energy exchange is going to be so great, right? The energy into the currency that you use for the Altar of Fates is going to get better and better. And then, of course, the discounted one, the middle right here, this right here reduces the cost of the Altar of Fates. This is going to be worth just a couple to make this be cheaper. So from 2,700 down to like 2,400 if you buy 3, or 24,000 if you buy 3 here. So that's going to be worth it. We're gonna have a whole other video discussing the math on that as well. But let me know in the comment section down below what you're going to be chasing. Are you going to be spending the $39? Are you going to be spending the $39 to try to get the totem fragment of your choice? Which, by the way, it's super easy. Like these fights are super easy. They're just incredibly easy. So easy that anybody could do it. You just got to not spread your team too thin. Or are you going to go for the Guus Soulstones and more of these talismans, Sapphire talismans, to buy stuff in the festival shop? I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.